Hello and welcome to Sobrix. I'm Adam and this is Sobrix. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the brand new Lego Disney Up house, or the house from the movie Up. It's set number 43217. It has 598 pieces and I paid $60 for this set. I'm really excited about this. I love this movie. It's sad, but also very fun. And this set was, I guess, kind of hard to find for a while. I know at a Lego store that I go to sometimes, they said that this has been one of the more asked for sets since it came out. I was lucky enough to find one, and so I'm going to put it together. While I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to give my thoughts. So, until then, enjoy! Okay, so that is this Lego Disney Up house, or the house from Up. This is going to be kind of a hard one for me to talk about and to show because of how vertical it is, but I'm going to do my best, and maybe I'll take off the balloon assembly there at some point so we can get a better view of this. This is set 43217. And I paid $60 for this set. And it has 598 pieces. So almost 600 pieces for $60. And my first thoughts are that it's very, very colorful. It was pretty fun to build. there are some things I think that could be improved on here, and I didn't need this side build maybe, but mostly it's pretty darn good. I'm pretty happy with it for the most part. So I'm going to get into it and kind of talk about everything here. As usual, the first thing I do will be showing the minifigures. And the first minifigure I have to show is Russell, I believe, or the child from the movie Up. He's got all of his Adventure Scout badges on here, his little handkerchief or bandana kind of thing around his neck, and that's all very good. Dual molded legs, but these legs are legs that they do not bend at all, but still that's nice that we have kind of a, it looks like he's wearing shorts and then boots or shoes here with some shin or some leg visible through there, some skin tone. Dual molded hair and hat piece, pretty nice. I like the color of the hat. And then we can see he does have an alternate face there. Then we can't really see the back of this outfit because one of the first things you build after you put together this minifigure is this amazing build for Russell's backpack. And there's so much packed in here, and it feels very, very cool. We got like binoculars, a bugle, a trumpet, a pan, a fork, a cup, something rolled up at the top perhaps, and that all clips on Russell from this clear piece that goes between the torso and the head. And then this just clips on there, and it's like the perfect height. He can stand up. It actually makes him a little more balanced, but even if he falls over because of it, that's fun. But we can see the back of Russell. I'm not going to take off this thing, but it's pretty basic. Has the sash going across it, and does have underneath this clear, does have that bandana coming around the back there. So pretty good minifigure, and this is a really nice use of parts and a compact but efficient build to get all of those details in there. So that's really nice, and the front of this is very, very detailed as well. So this is a pretty solid minifigure. Yeah, pretty happy about that. The next minifigure we have is Carl, who is the older gentleman who owns the house that has the balloons on it, and I can't quite see what his badge is, so if anyone remembers from the movie or anything, let me know. Pretty basic. We got his pants up into the torso, which is really, really nice. Instead of having the belt right at the bottom of the torso or on the midsection or coming onto the legs, it's pulled up way up, half, a third of the way up the torso, which is a great detail. He's old. He wears his pants quite high. And that's really nice. Then we get the button down, the bow tie, the sport coat. No printing on the legs. These legs are shorter than normal, but they can bend. Very good. Got the white hair, fine hairpiece. Doesn't feel to me like super similar to the movie, but maybe. And then they tried to make his head kind of blockish and wide, and the mouth is abnormally wide, it seems like, but that's pretty good. We could see the alternate face here, a little more cheery for Carl there. And then the back here, we just get a little bit of detail on the back, nothing on the arms or anything like that. Carl does come with a cane. I don't know if he had a cane or a walker in the movie. Either way, it just uses one of these bar piece things, I don't know what those are called, handle things, and then a minifigure roller skate or this little car piece in kind of the pearl silver or whatever that is, silverish gray. Pretty good. I think the belt partway up the torso is kind of my favorite thing about that, and the color match between that printing on the torso to the legs, if that's all supposed to be one, is pretty good. If anything could be improved upon is just maybe a little bit of this continuation of the fly on the pants there. in the midsection. Just a little print there to make that feel a little more seamless would make it go a long way, I think. Just a small little print right in the middle here, continuing that line, would be quite nice. And then the third figure, maybe not minifigure, maybe yes, minifigure, is Doug the dog, forgive me. Very, very cute. The face from some angles I think looks really, really right, and from other angles doesn't look great. But the mold is good. I don't know if this is a new mold for this dog or if there are other dogs that have used this or other animals that have used this mold before. Either way, it's pretty good. The color feels good. Collar is nice, although I can't really tell that like if this is a collar that would allow Doug to talk. So for some reason I remember that being a little more elaborate, but maybe it isn't in the movie. But maybe more indication that that's what's going on here. There is a little bit of detail on the collar, just not a ton. But the eyes are okay. Let me look at the print of these up close. Yeah, they're pretty good. And it's Doug the dog. I think from certain angles the mouth looks really good, but other angles the mouth looks kind of silly. But that's really, really nice. So that is the figures for everything. And now we can take a look at the house here. There are some stickers in this build, and I'm going to try to point those out, but that was one of the other complaints I had for this. Just take a look at the sticker sheet here. Goes up to 12. 5 and 6 are quite big. 1 is quite big. 5 and 6 are also oddly shaped. Those are used for the door. The front door here has a, whoops. Let me see how I'm going to do this. The front door has that kind of detailing in there, nice gold handle, but that's a sticker on the door on that side and on the inside of the door, just kind of an inverse of each other. That is actually the one sticker that I'm not thrilled about. I think I would have liked either just a molded door like they have for some things, or make this a print. This is just like a very basic brown door. I thought they used to, or maybe they still do, kind of do doors that have more molded details into them. This one isn't one of those, presumably because it's going to have a sticker on it on both sides. I did not like putting the stickers on these. They're big and they're weird, and they were just, I would have really preferred this to be a print, but they are nice and detailed. This one has the extra locks and everything on the inside that we might not be able to see as much from the outside, but we do get the inverse for these keyholes. So that's really, really nice. Very cool shaping around the front here. Lots of really interesting colors. I love this yellow. I love this blue. There's also what I think is pink over here, which is very, very nice. And I don't know what this is. This is yellow, I believe, and this is green or orange or something in here. And just very bright, very colorful, kind of pastel-y in my opinion, which I've really been liking lately, but good detail around here. This is kind of constructed in a pretty interesting way, and I think it looks great once it's finished. Same with this kind of ease or eave or whatever that is. Very nice. We get a little bit of a porch or a patio and some indication of one up there, although there isn't really one there. And that's all really, really good. The roof is constructed nicely and comes to a nice close. There's not too many gaps. We can see just a little bit where some bricks meet, but from certain angles you can't really see. Even the gaps between here are not too bad, and to make a kind of cool angle like this is very, very nice. Pink window frames all around, very colorful, except for this one up here, which is two smaller yellow ones. The roofs are nice. They use this kind of new sort of kind of detailing. I've seen that with certainly on the Rivendell set, and the Cozy House uses kind of square tiles to add different details to the roof, and this one we use these kind of corner tiles or modified kind of 1x1 tiles there, and so we get several of those kind of around the roof. Very, very good. A little chicken and maybe a wind pane, or what are those called? A wind thing that points what direction the wind is going. That's what I assume that is. And then we can flip it around back to see some of the finer details. So one of the things that fell out while I was holding this is this book, which this book is a sticker, says My Adventure Book there, but inside it where it says Once Upon a Time, that is a printed tile. So nice for that. This doesn't stud in anywhere. It just goes into the kind of loft loungy area up here with the TV in the chest at the very back there. So it's hard for me to leave it in there while I'm kind of handling this around. We can see a little bit about how these roofs come together using these hinge pieces down here and up here, and then using these kind of plates with the lip coming off of them to fill that gap. We have a little TV that in the instructions is facing this way. Fine, but I'd imagine there's maybe more room coming off of the back of this. This TV is a sticker on a kind of nice construction there. Over here we get one of the bedrooms. I really liked to build this bed. I don't know if I have the colors correct, but it's supposed to be kind of like a checkered pattern or kind of like a quilt, which I really like that. I like quilts, and that I think is a pretty good effect. We get another sticker up here on this picture frame, this round frame, I guess. It's just a brown round tile, and there are several of those in this build. Going down from that, we have the front door, which we kind of already seen. We get a little houseplant on an end table. We get another picture of a bird here, and I think that's a reference to the weird bird they find on their adventure. On the other side of the entryway, we get a nice clock. I like the use of the gold here to indicate maybe the chimes or the bells of a clock when it strikes. And then we have kind of the main sitting room down at the bottom here. And we can see we have more stickers on these frames. So one here on the side, the mountains, one on the back, the middle is a wedding photo, and in the right. So this is maybe Carl's wife all through their lives, which is very nice. We also get a printed minifigure head in the back there that is supposed to be a money-saving jar for Paradise Falls, to get to Paradise Falls. On this side, we get a printed piece of mail. We get a lamp and a record player, I assume, or a... I don't know what else to call that, but it uses a really cool piece. It uses kind of, I think, like a firefighter helmet or hat to make the horn of that record player, which is very cool. And we get a very simple but very nice build for a chair, kind of a lazy boy type chair there. So some good details in here. Not a ton of room for play. It's pretty small, generally speaking, but a lot of nice details. Oh, we can get one more view here. We do have the fireplace that connects right up to this chimney. On the fireplace, we have a printed tile, which is a compass. I will show a close-up of that later. We also get a little red bird and another bigger sticker that looks like the house on Paradise Falls. So very, very nice there. Lots of little details. There is some space to put minifigures in here, but not a ton. So I think people probably will play with this, and it might be good for that. For me, it's certainly more of a display thing, but Carl could be sat in the chair, and Russell could be somewhere, and maybe Russell's pack is off over here somewhere or something, but there's probably some way for that to be done and be quite fun and look quite cool. And we'll take a look just at this side build here where we can get a glimpse of some of the balloons from Up. They're very simply put together using a lot of similar pieces to like Easter egg type pieces. We do get a little squirrel figure here different colors for the balloons. This is supposed to be like a helium tank, I believe, but for some reason in the instructions it looked like these were the same color, this top of the tank and these circular bricks there, 2x2s. I thought they were supposed to be the same color, and unless I messed something up, I think maybe they're not, but it seemed to me that they were in the instructions. But either way, that's supposed to be maybe a helium tank blowing up another balloon. This looks like a package or a box or something, but I really like all the use of these tan slopes to kind of get that feeling of a box, a moving box perhaps. And we get a little mail box there. And we use the fence pieces. Very nice. Simple side build. Didn't need it. Could add potential for more play because Russell could maybe be out here or Doug could be out here with the squirrel. And that might make a lot of sense for play. And then we'll show the array of balloons. Very colorful, very nice. I was wondering how they were going to do it. And then when I saw the box, it kind of made sense why they would choose to do it this way. But it works pretty well. So we get just a bunch of different balloons, and I may have messed up some of the height of some of these where it used a white bar instead of a gray bar. There's a variation between like the height of some of these where one has the white bar element in the middle to this clip piece, and the other one has a gray bar in the middle to the clip piece to kind of give it more just variation to make it look a little more organic and realistic and chaotic, I think. So it's nice looking. It's well balanced. The colors are very bright. It does feel like balloons and feel like the movie. It is a little tedious to build, but not so bad. I guess I might have preferred it like if the instructions just said build however many of these in this color and this color, or like put together all the clips and bars first, put together all the balloons first and then do it, instead of doing like put together a balloon, put it on the bar, put it on the clip it on, and same for the one on the other side, and then do the ones on the other side and then do these two and these two. I just think it would have saved space in the instruction manual and it would have felt better to me. Certainly someone else who builds a set could do that. I could do it where I could look ahead and put all the bars in the appropriate kind of clip pieces and get all these balloons kind of put together as well, and then just, throw them on this array up here using kind of the octagonal, it looks like a ship steering, helm or something like that, whatever the ship steering wheel is on a boat. But it's not that. It's just this bar piece that is octagonal there. And it uses 3 of those, some colors in the middle. And I just think building like all of these at one time, but in like doing the bar clip section and then these is more meditative for me and relaxing if I know I have to do 30 of them or whatever it is, instead of doing it like 1 at a time or 2 at a time. Then it feels really repetitive and tedious for me, whereas in the other way that I'm describing, not per the instructions, it would feel more meditative or something where I can get into a flow of doing it, that this turning the pages, attaching them, folding them up kind of breaks that flow and doesn't allow me to as easily maintain kind of that state of bliss while building. But this is very cool, and I will show how it attaches here. It's just got a Technic axle and it goes right on top. And so it's pretty difficult for me to show it all as is, but it's pretty cool. It works really well, I would say. And you could flare these out a little bit to do whatever, and there might be ways to build them out even more or make this more robust up here by even studding something into the studs on top of the balloons. You could maybe build this up or double or triple it in size, and I don't know how you would go about widening it, but I'm sure someone will find a way. I think there are already people who are buying more than one of this set to try to expand upon it, make it bigger just in general, and maybe make it a full complete house instead of the open back. But this is pretty cool, and it looks really good with the balloons on there. The colors on this just really, really pop, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think this is a pretty fun build. There's some nice techniques in here, some good part uses. I do have some complaints with the stickers, some especially the door stickers I didn't really love. But other than that, I'm a pretty big fan. I really like this. I think it's pretty darn cool. We could take a look at the extra pieces, and I can point out that one extra printed tile that is on the fireplace mantle. Okay, so we got extra pieces here. We do get an extra fork piece here, an extra of the roller skate, both in silver. We get an extra of this plant element, a bar, some more gold pieces here, the pearl gold, including a plate or a stud there, extra binoculars. This is the print that you get an extra of. It sits on the mantle of the fireplace, and it is a compass, and I know that it's very small, but it does have an N on one side here on the north, whatever is pointing north. So we do get a little compass there, which is really nice to get an extra one of those. And that's all the extra pieces here. And that's kind of the Up house. I think it was pretty fun to build. Didn't take too long. I enjoyed it. I think it looks really, really nice. I think it displays nice as well. And I think when people see it, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's from Up. Like, I had no idea that Lego did this if they're not in the know. But people, love this movie. I love this movie, although I haven't seen it in a while. So this is a great set, and I know it's been a really, really popular one, and people are asking for it, and Lego, as far as I know, like Lego stores have been selling out of them somewhat frequently. So if you can get one, they might be in high demand. I have no clue about if it's a set worth investing in. I don't pay attention to that stuff, but I do pay attention to what I enjoyed about this build and how the finished product looks, and with that, I'm very satisfied. So the nice minifigures, little side build, and it's a great kind of thing. It's 598 pieces for $60 with 2 minifigures, with being Disney, with the Disney Pixar Up intellectual property attached to it. I think this is a good deal, actually. I think Costco has it, or maybe if I can't name them, there are some retailers, I think, that even though this just came out not too long ago, already had it on sale. So if you can get this for $47, $48 or something like that, which would be 20% off because it's $60, so $12 off, bring it to $48, 20% off. That's like a phenomenal deal in my opinion. I think this is really, really good. As far as comparing it to like the Cozy House Creator 3-in-1, I think that had closer to like 800 pieces and was about the same price. So if you were to compare the two, maybe you would lean on that one because it's a better price per piece. But this has something special to it. It does have some good elements. It does have good minifigures here, and it's Disney's Up and the house from Up, and that's pretty special. And I can't wait to see more people kind of mockify this and modify it into something their own, maybe building it out to a little bigger or a complete house or something else. I'm really excited to see what people do with this because I think there's a lot here that's really, really good. And I think it's a good deal at $60. I think it's a terrific deal at $48 if you can get it. And anything less than 60, I think makes sense. I honestly was going to say that if this set released for $70, that wouldn't seem out of the realm of possibility for Lego right now. Almost 600 pieces, but the minifigures and Doug and this and that and the other thing, and it's Disney and it's the 100-year anniversary or whatever. I just think they could have priced this higher and they didn't. Certainly they could have priced it cheaper, and they didn't. But 60 feels just about okay for me. And in 2023, in this Lego economy, I think this is a good value set. So I'm very, very pleased with it. And I love how it looks. If you like this video, consider giving it a like. And if you like the videos on my channel, consider subscribing to my channel so you can stay up to date on all the Lego content I will be doing in the future. And until next time, thanks. Bye.